This is lesson 96 in Saxon Algebra 1/2, 2nd edition. This lesson is called Adding Like Terms Part 1, which suggests that there's going to be a Part 2 at some later date in the future. Alright, so I thought that the book just explained it very well, so I'm just copying what they have. Let's go through it step by step. So we know multiplication is shorthand for repeated addition. So if we write 5 plus 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 4 plus 2, we could combine the 5s and write 4 5s plus 3 5s plus 4 1s plus 2 1s, and then we can combine our 5s. 4 5s plus 3 5s is equal to 7 5s, and 4 1s plus 2 1s is 6 1s. Then we can say 7 5s plus 6 1s. We can't simplify that anymore because 5 and 1 are different numbers. Now, this is an arithmetic rule that you know, and we're going to try to take that and transition into seeing how like terms are classified as like terms. So let's say that those 5s are all x's, and then we're going to group them like they were originally. 4 x's in one group plus 3 x's in another group plus 4 1s plus 2 1s. Alright, we can combine the x's and get 4x plus 3x plus 4 times 1 plus 2 times 1. Then we can add the 4x and 3x because those are like terms, and we get 7x. We can also add the 4 plus the 2 and we get 6. Notice that we can't simplify this anymore because the 6 does not have an x with it. If it did, it would be a like term with 7x and we could add those, but it does not. So this is as simple as we can make this expression. Okay, so in this example we can say 4x and 3x are like terms because that variable x is going to represent the same number in each expression. In this one, we let it represent 5. Okay, so here's our first example, and it says simplify by adding like terms. Alright, so I have done that, and I have kind of split that up. I've brought the negative 3x plus positive 2x, I brought it out here and wrote it in red, and then positive 3 and positive 7, there is no variable with those, so they are just like 1s times 1s. They can be combined. And then I've got little old 2y over here by himself, and he doesn't have anybody he can combine with. So when I do the math, negative 3x and positive 2x, I'm left with negative 1x. I bring down this positive 2y, and then I combine the 3 and the 7 to get plus 10. In this example, I did it a little bit differently. I put different colored boxes around terms that could be added together to kind of help me keep it straight. Alright, so x's and m's don't represent the same number, so they can't be added together. They're not like terms. So the x terms I have in this kind of dark red burgundy shade box, and the m terms I have in a blue box, and then the number by themselves with no variable I have in a yellow box. Now that I've done that, I can kind of look and see 3x minus 14x plus 2x would equal negative 9x, and then I'm going to add the m terms. 2m minus 4m is equal to negative 2m, and then 4 minus 2 is 2. I put all that together for my answer. It's negative 9x minus 2m plus 2. That's just really all there is to it. We're going to do 3 practice problems, and then I'm going to let you go. Practice problem 1. Alright, we have some x terms, some y terms, and then some number terms that don't have a variable. So let's go through and put some different colors. Let's start with red around every x term. And notice that I'm putting the sign that is in front of that term with that term. Here's an x term right here. Obviously, I know that that's going to be negative 1x. Alright, and I think that that is going to be all of the x terms. Let's do the y terms. I've got a negative 1y, put a 1 there, and then I've got a positive 4y, and that's all the y terms. Then let's do the ones that don't have any variables. And if you need to do this, write it out on your paper and then box them in or color them in some way. Or sometimes I put like shapes around them. I'll do that in the next one for you. Okay, so negative 4 plus 7 is positive 3 minus 1 is 2x that I'm left with. And then I've done my x terms. So that one, and that one are gone. Alright, let's go to our orange boxes. Positive 4 and negative y is positive 3y. Now those are done. I'm sorry, marked out the wrong one, orange. And then my ones boxes, my green, positive 4 plus negative 8 is negative 4. I've used every one, and I've simplified this as much as it possibly can be, so then this is my answer. Let's do B. In B, I'm going to use shapes. Okay, so I've got y terms, m terms, and then plain 1 terms. So my y's I'm going to do, let's say I do those in a circle. Circling the sign that is with it. Okay, in my m terms, let's say I do those in a rectangle. And my 1 terms, I'm just going to do those in a circle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I already did a circle. Let's do a triangle. Okay, so let's add all the circles together. We have 1 here. 1 plus 3 is 4. Minus 6 is negative 2y. And I'm going to mark those out. Alright, now let's do our rectangle. Positive 2 and negative 6 is negative 4m. Mark those out, I'm done with those. And then negative 4 and positive 10 gives us positive 6. And this is my answer. Alright, one more. Alright, I personally like using the colors, so I like for it to be colorful. So let's do some colors here. I've got A terms, B terms, and then 1 terms. So my A terms I'm going to make purple. And then let's make our B terms blue. All the B terms, and then let's make our 1 term green. Remembering to keep the sign that's in front of it with it. Alright, so let's add all of the A terms. They're all in purple. So 1A minus 6A is negative 5a plus 7a is positive 2a. So I'm done with those a's. Now our b terms, we have positive 3 and positive 8 for positive 11b. Mark those out. And then my ones terms, I have 4 minus 10 is negative 6, minus 2 is negative 8. And this then is as far as I can simplify it. Can't do any more. Alright, good job. I know you're going to do well at like terms. It's a really important concept to understand, but I know you're going to do great at it. And I'll see you back next time for lesson 97.